Hello, I'm Dale Leftwich with RealAgriculture. We're at the Livestock and Forage Center of Excellence here with the university. I'm with Tim Oleksyn. How are you doing today, Tim?
Oh, wouldn't change a thing. Enjoying the challenges. Not saying I wouldn't rather be home harvesting, but this is really a priority to be here for the grand opening.
Yeah, a lot of people would be rather harvesting. It's been that kind of a fall, but yeah, this is a fairly important thing. This center has been described as a world-class center. Do you want to just talk about how important it is to farmers and ranchers?
Well, I think there's a real uniqueness to this, and what's coming forward of putting all the sectors together and all the moving parts and the complexities of what we have within our industry and the partners here, like right from government to science and research and I mean industry, like not just producers, but to producers of the seeders of the grass, the brokers of the cattle, all of those aspects.
This has been a long time coming together, and one of the things you did in your presentation was brought up a couple of the families that were involved in the original Tremundi donation and some of the other stuff. You want to talk about the importance of how ranchers themselves have really spearheaded a lot of this from the early days?
Well, you see the Tremundi family and now the Schultz family involved, as those kids have carried on, sort of thing of the bequeathment, and an understanding of the importance of having to have that production model accessible to the research community and having it, the engagement of understanding the importance of the sustainability approach and the conservation and the increased aspects of production. And so for that family actually partnering and supplying, their home and allowing that home to grow and then to grow into this aspect of the Center of Excellence is just unmatched. And
so this Center of Excellence, it's always been closely associated with the university. We're now in Clavet, and so it's moved a little bit closer physically. But there's been a lot of different groups that work together. The government has kicked in some money. The university has been really working hard on this. And again, the ranchers themselves have been part of this. You want to talk about the importance of cooperation of all those different groups?
Well, that's really critical because you need those moving, those people, those decision makers to help, put this, these sort of projects together. It takes a lot of dollars and it takes a lot of thought. It takes a lot of different, direction also. And, the provincial and the federal governments have been behind us, when you go and not having to lobby, but actually just to take your thoughts and show them our vision in the document and allowing to do that. It's so impressive that they agree with it and say, yes, we're behind you, and what more do you need? And the same with the cattlemen's associations and those organizations, both, the Saskatchewan cattlemen's and the stock growers, saying, what do you need? Here's what we can do. And then you get industry behind that, and the universities, the colleges, and it's not just the colleges of Ag Bio and the vet college, but also of engineering and, and getting all engaged and saying there's really importance for us to get involved with that.
Now, the term sustainability was used several times today, and it's of course absolutely vital that the practices be sustainable by the ranchers. And one of the things that I think has been understood from day one is that the people who actually are on the land have an understanding of sustainability and have had for a long time, but don't necessarily have the data or the ability to gather data to kind of back up the things that their grandfathers told them and their fathers told them and so on and so forth. I guess one of the things with this Center of Excellence is that there's some hope that some of that will be produced.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, first of all, it's a greenfield site, so that really we start from a baseline that's very similar to, a couple hundred years ago of different management that you start with, that's just so important, of the water management, the grass management, the air management, the whole impact, the public good aspect. But when you look at, how you throw that sustainability, that's changed too, and what that means. But the data, the technology has changed to use that data and to capture that data, and not only for the basic production, but also for future, what we call the real research. There's so much more of research that we don't know that we're going to happen compared to what we do right now, and it's very impressive. Right to what we're supplying for meat under glass. I mean, honestly, one of the things that I'm really impressed upon is that we'll be doing research that when an animal takes a bite of grass and what it impacts on that tenderness of beef, even in that
yeah.
life cycle. I mean, right, things like that are just really critical.
So what do you think, there were a lot of young people in the room today, what do you think about in terms of what this facility and the type of research that will be done here will mean to the next generation coming up?
Oh, you know what, right off the top, they're taking leadership right now.
Oh, good.
We've got young students here that have helped build this and engage and be directive, of what they need, sort of thing. And not even, we don't know what they need completely, but they're the ones that are going to take the leadership and have been taking leadership of that, of the type of research that's going to happen here and the engagement of where it fits even on the engineering side of things or the carbon, the mitigation aspect there,
Yeah.
or water quality aspects, soil health that's happening, meat quality that's happening, and they're going to be putting all those things together.
Okay, that's really good. Well, I just want to thank you, Tim, for being with us today. Tim Oleksyn is a farmer and rancher from the Prince Albert area and has been heavily involved in this, bringing all this together.
Well, thanks very much, Dale. And, I want to thank RealAgriculture because, for you guys to take the time here and understand the importance of that is so, I'm so impressed by that because you have such an ability to help put that message out. And thanks very much.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Yeah.